All right, these are backed by popular demand. We're in Starbucks for a coffee shop session. So if you hear background noise, that is how these go. But we're going to make a song in Studio One, and we're going to use MaiTai, and we're going to just initialize the patch, and let's just listen to how that sounds. Okay. I'm going to make a volume shift for me personally here. All right, so let's turn up the reverb and modulation. Now we have a cool synth sound, so let's do this. Let's turn on scale. Keep it in C major. And now, no matter what note we pick, it's going to be perfectly in the right key. And we're going to use draw. We're going to draw notes in, paint notes in. This way we can just do one click, and one click will draw a note. Get the idea? So let's just get rid of all that. Now, the way to do this, no matter what key you're in, if we wanted to be a real happy song, revolve all your notes around C. So let's just go C, but hit a lot of C's here. Let's duplicate it 4 times. And then let's pull in another MaiTai. Let's get a bass going. Now, again, we can initialize, make a cool bass with sine wave. Let's use a sine wave. Make the second oscillator saw wave, but make it much lower. Sounds bassy. And then we can cut the filter back, right? But then go to modulation, put this higher, so we get a plucky sound. Turn this down. We get a pluck. Just up a little bit. All right, and let's play a bass line. So we're gonna do C. Do a bunch of C's here. C. Cool. I'm not even gonna listen to it. So let's duplicate it 4 times, right? And let's turn on chord track and start making some changes here. So we're gonna do C. This one's gonna be G. And this is gonna be A minor. And it's gonna be F. Now, we need to turn on the chord track for that track, which is here, and bass. And now it automatically puts it to the right note. And let's just hear how this sounds. I think it's pretty cool. So let's take MaiTai, chuck it in here, initialize it just like we did the last one, put on reverb, take it down a little bit, and now we're going to make chords. So check this out. So just draw 3 notes from the beginning to the end. Doesn't even have to be in the right spot, just 3 like this. Bing, bing, bing. And I don't even care where these go. Duplicate them 4 times, 3 times. Turn this on the chord track, but follow the chords to narrow. And now we got this. All right, and let's go to File and find some cool drums. So let's see, where are my samples? In music, for me, I have... Oh, they're not on this laptop. Forget about that. But let's try to find a cool drum beat. One way to find a cool drum beat is to type drum mix. If you downloaded all the Studio One packs, you type drum mix under your files, you will get a good amount of drum loops. Or you should. Alright, my laptop's doing some thinking. Let's go back. Drum mix, not in volumes. let's do it. Let's go into sound sets and then type drum mix. Oops. Enter. All right, I have no idea what's going on. So let's loop this, right? So you just select all, put a loop over it, and then let's try adding some of these drum patterns, see which one fits the best. Okay, this is a little hard hitting solo. A little too hard hitting for me. So we're going to turn the volume down, and then we're going to put our own kit on top of it with impact. I don't know. Let's try classic garage. Cool. We got enough sounds here that are nice and percussive that we can make our own pattern. So let's do this. Hold Control-Shift-P. That makes a pattern. That's different from an event. Because if you open up a pattern, now you have this cool interface. So, and I'm just going to do all kinds of percussive sounds on top of that drum with this snare. So let's do this. And then, I like that. So do a couple of those, and then this hi-hat maybe all the way through. Let's take a couple of them out, and then a couple of these guys. And let's just hear how this sounds. I have no idea how it's going to sound. Very 80s, but it's cool. So let's play it with everything else. Here's how it sounds. All right, well, check this out. Impact. You look at these numbers here. Impact routes different drums to different mixer channels, and that's what these numbers are. So there's no way to turn down the volume of all the impact drums at once, unless you go to the mixer and you look at all the impact channels that were created. Now this is messy, so it's just clean it up a little bit. And then so we go impact. These are all the impact channels. Here's what we're going to do. Let's take and hold shift, grab all these, and right click. And if you watch my latest video on what a bus is, I want to route these to a bus. So I can do that. Okay, if you right click on a blank spot on the track and add a bus for the selected channels, it puts all those channels into one main or one mixer channel. So all the drums are now going to this. So I could adjust all the drums from impact with this one fader. Check it out. And that allows me also to add effects separately to different pads of impact. So check it out. I want to add a reverb to the snare. So let's find the snare. This is the snare. If we solo it, we'll hear it. It's pretty weak. Let's bump it up. Let's add a reverb to it. Let's hear how this sounds with the mix now. Same thing. Let's add a reverb to the hi-hat impacts. So this is put a mixed verb on, guys. Here it is. That's very cool. Let's do one more thing and then we'll call it a day. So let's grab all of these, duplicate them 3 times each. We actually wanted to do the same for the chords. Now we can take these chords, right? Let's go to MaiTai and automate the cutoff. Now we get this line here, so we can hit point there, or point there, and now this will gradually get more intense as the song goes. Check this out. One cool thing we can also do is, see this drum channel here? Let's use this drum channel to compress some of the other tracks with what's called a side chain. So we'll play this drum mix. And where's the chords? All right, these are the chords. Watch this. I'm going to put a compressor on here. I'm going to turn on side chain. And it's going to ask us what we want to use. We're going to use this. Now, every time those drums hits, this will compress, and so we got to sound like this. In fact, we should start the whole song off that. That should be the intro. Let's clean this up. So, let's get this, change that. And then we get this. Let's turn off our motion. So we just want the drums and those in the first for the first four. And then let's see how that sounds. Get the idea? All right. It's fun to do another coffee shop session. Again, the background noise is real. I'm at Starbucks, so hope you don't mind it too much. Here we go. See you next time.